What does it mean to go all city? How would you define it?
From having all the buses, having all the freeways, having all the streets, having like ink tags on the streets, paint tags, throw-ups, having pieces in the yards, everywhere from Pomona to Sylmar to Venice to Long Beach.
Wow.
It took us 3 years to be all city.
Do you and SER make a plan to accomplish this feat? Or do you just...
Yeah, it's not that organized, but it's just like, you know, if we go bombing every day and we go everywhere and do what we got to do, eventually we're going to get there, and eventually we did get there.
Would you map out the areas? What was your strategy in general?
Yeah, sometimes we map it out. Sometimes we just let the buses take us where we needed to go. You know, like if it was on a Saturday, like we have no school, right? That was a long day. A Saturday or Sunday was a long day. You know, it's like we were from the west side, so we had to like take it from the west side to downtown to really kind of branch out to go wherever we needed to go, you know, and we're looking we spent typically the day racking up all of our materials and like using our fund pass for everything. And, you know, eat. Like, the only thing that really cost money back then for me was, like, weed, you know. Like, I couldn't rack weed. I had to buy the shit, you know. So I'd sell paint, I'd sell markers, whatever, at school. So, and then at night, you know, I'd get, you know, high, drunk, whatever. And then we just start going bombing all the way until, you know, the night owl service started happening. So sometimes, like, you know, we might be 5 miles from a night owl service. We might be 10 miles from a night owl service. We'd have to walk all the way to a night owl service to get whatever connector we needed to get back to the west side.
Wow. What dangers and obstacles did you face while going all city?
Oh, you have, you know, crack was like, you know, big back then. So you had like a lot of crackheads. You had a lot of gangsters, you know, you had a lot of territorial elements, you know, out where you had a lot of, you know, even, you know, all the different vices out there. And, you know, you had all the different cops that kind of were in those different vices. And, you know, you had, you know, gang units, you had vice units, you had, you know, regular units, like, you know, you had helicopters, you know, then you just had people that would just, you know, I had long red hair, you know, so sometimes people would be like, you know, howling at me and shit. I'd be like, I'm a dude, you know, like, what's wrong with you, man, you know? But we always had something for that ass that they try to get live with us. And, you know, we got chased a lot.
You mentioned it took you 3 years to go all city. Mm-hmm. After those 3 years, why were you satisfied and able to say you were all city? What cemented that in your mind?
I don't think we ever thought anything of it. We just kept on going until they called us all city, you know?
Were you and SER the first writers to go all city in Los Angeles?
No, I mean, the way that we did all city, we said yeah. But there was all city. I mean, Minor was all city back then. You know, you could even say Soon was all city because, you know, he was going everywhere. But like the way me and SER defined it, we just wanted to make sure that there was no doubt in anyone's fucking mind that we were all city.
Before you and SER go all city, you've mentioned Minor was king. Mm-hmm. What made him king in your eyes?
He was dope, man. I love Dave. You know, he had buses, he had freeways. You know, he had streets, and he can paint. He was a king.
There's only been a handful of writers to go all city.
Yeah.
Or that everyone agrees have gone all city.
Yep.
Can you name all the writers who have gone all city in your opinion?
I mean, in my opinion, I think that's a disclaimer that needs to be said. And, you know, I mean, there's writers that say they're all city, and I would write SM in front of their all city. And that would spell out small city, you know. But all city writers, you know, you had Minor, you had WISK, you had SER, you had Euler, you had Hale. I felt like we were the all city riders that really did it the way it was supposed to be done.